Hi everyone, I am Brittany with the Cosmic Lunar Soul. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you are a subscriber, welcome back. Today I am going to be doing a flip through of the Wandering Spirit Tarot by Heanuli. So I kickstarted this campaign, and I'm going to put the details of the Kickstarter in the description box. So if you're curious about it, go ahead and check out that link. So I kickstarted the tarot. I decided to do some add-ons, and I got the altar cloth here. It came with some freebies. These are postcards and these are temporary tattoos. And what is missing from here is my wax seal stamp. So that is coming later. They had some shipping delays, as with everything due to COVID. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's check out these freebies. So this is a set of temporary tattoos, and it's really cool. It has some of the motifs that you will see in the cards. It has the moon phases, some keys, and overall just a really cool set of freebies. All right, these are postcards, and the imagery is all the kings. So we have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. And these are all the motifs that you are going to see in the flip through. And just as a sample, here's what the back looks like. This is Heanuli's logo down here. Cute little border, and then an area to write on. This is matte, but there's a little bit of sheen here. I guess matte's not really the word. So that means writing on this could be difficult. To be honest, they're so pretty and one of a kind, I'll probably just put them around the house as decor. Next up is this altar cloth. It is gorgeous. It's also very large. It almost looks like a, not a tapestry, it's not quite that large. So I can't get it in the full frame here, so I will make sure to add in either a photo or some B-roll of that. But it's so pretty. It has her skulls that she is known for, and then also has the moon phases here, and just really beautiful decor. It is a velour, I guess is really the material, but it's nice and thick, a little stretchy, and it is hemmed impeccably. So you can see here some more of the borders and imagery in her design. Next up, we have the actual tarot cards. It came in this beautiful bag here, which is the same material as the altar cloth, and some surprise freebies. This looks like a bookmark, and this is some cool washi tape, so I will add that to my collection. Also, we have here some holographic stickers, and it looks like they are stickers of some of the tarot cards. So let me get these open here. So we have 4 stickers, and look at that holographic nature. This is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. All right, now for real, let's get into the deck here. So the box is inside. I'm going to put this bag off to the side, and let's talk about the box. The box has this sort of like velveteen finish almost, along with this foiling here, and that goes around the box. So you can see here some more of the foiling in the title, even on the back, and then some more on the sides. And then on the edges here, both on the top and bottom, you have that lovely gold foiling. This is a swing open box, and it's really well made. It's nice and solid, nice and heavy, and it closes with magnets, so it just closes nice and easy. Here we have the guidebook, and then the cards. So let me get the cards out. We'll finish talking about the box and then go into the guidebook. Here is all of the beautiful imagery throughout. You can see in the inside of the box, in the back of the cover, and it goes a little into the edges, but otherwise it is a pretty simple box, just really well made, nice and sturdy. You can see here as I press into it that it's not going anywhere. Yeah, this is probably one of the best boxes I've ever gotten in a tarot deck. Here is the guidebook. The guidebook is set up with an introduction about the Wandering Spirit deck, goes into the different spreads, pretty standard of a guidebook setup so far. Then it gets into the major arcana. What I really like is when books have the imagery here and then has the upright and reverse. So I really like that. What I've found though, as I skip around, is this guidebook reminds me a lot of the Prismavision. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It is a little more flowery and less informative. So it sort of tells a story, which is cool. I think some people learn better that way. I am very left brain, so I prefer for it to be more logically laid out. But I will say that it does cover the basics. It has the title, the upright and reverse meanings. The only thing I will say that is probably missing from the guidebook is relationship to the actual imagery, because her imagery is very unique. It does touch a little bit on the Rider-Waite style, but we will talk about that later. So let me skip ahead. Here we see the start of the minor arcana, and I'm just going to skip around. We start into the wands, and now we start to see that the images have been shrunken down and everything is now devoted to one page. But again, it keeps with the standard title, upright and reverse. All right, we have the cards here. It came wrapped in this little piece of plastic, which is pretty common of tarot decks. So let's pop that open. Now, I'm sure by now you can see the imagery being held throughout the box, the tarot deck, and the guidebook. I did want to point out the guidebook is a little misaligned, if you see that. Like, just maybe that's just me being OCD. This black border is thicker than this black border, but otherwise it's still nice. Also, we can see here on the edges that this is, you know, usually I say this is gilded or foiled, but this actually doesn't feel the same as normal gilding. It almost just seems colored, which I've actually never had. So I'm eager to see how long lasting this is in comparison, because foiling can actually get a little beat up. Again, remember I told you this box has sort of a velveteen finish. These cards do too. So if you remember my video about the Threads of Fate Shadow Edition, and I'll link it here so you can check it out, it has this velveteen finish that makes cards a little sticky. So if you are the type of person that likes to fan your cards out, they don't want to fan. So new decks are also like that, but you can see they like to stay pretty chunky. So it can make the initial shuffling a little tough until it gets broken in a little bit. Let's talk about the cardstock. I would say that it is actually a nice cardstock. It feels a little lightweight, but it feels pretty sturdy in terms of bending. Now, it's going to definitely take to a bend, and I'll show you that now. It definitely has a little bit of bend going for it. So since it has that little bit of bend, if you are a bridge shuffler like I am, this deck will get a little bend to it. If that bothers you, perhaps do overhand shuffling, or do the regular rifle shuffle and don't bridge it, but this will definitely get some bend. That doesn't bother me so much, so I will live with it. One last thing I'll point out is these golden elements here are foiled. They're lightly foiled, just like they are on the box. So if you catch that shine there, and then you can see here, it's gonna catch that shine as well. Let's get into the flip through. All right, so that was the flip through, and if you notice, the last, what, 4 cards were actually something unique. So let me actually pull them up and let's talk about them a little bit. So we have these 4 cards. We have Hope, Console, Sweet Happiness, and Little Trickster. Now, if you're familiar with Lolita, you'll kind of understand these little outfits and characters here. If you aren't, it might seem a little odd. But again, this is a designer who designs Lolita clothes. So let's look at the guidebook. I didn't realize this deck came with some bonus cards. Here's the bonus card section. So we have Hope. Is there something small that you've been secretly hoping for but try to forget? And then we have Console. This card suggests something that will console you. Sweet Happiness. There's sweet happiness in proximity to you. Little Trickster. The Little Trickster wants to pull your leg. Look for signs where you accidentally put salt instead of sugar. So these are really cool cards, and if, again, you saw my Prisma Visions walkthrough, that also had a bonus card. I love decks with bonus cards or like something extra to them because it kind of gives the deck character. It forces me to tap into my intuition, and I just think this is overall really cool. So if you enjoyed this flip through and you want to see some more decks, go ahead and check out my other videos. Otherwise, join me on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some free live tarot readings. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.